and welcome to this week's Household Huddle. Okay, now before we jump into this week's story, let's take a minute to remember the 4 steps in a household huddle. Do you remember what they are? Breathe. So first we take a deep breath. Because taking a deep breath helps us to slow down and to become fully present where we are. Share. Then we take a minute to share and to listen to one another. This is when you can also share the story from the week. Reflect. Then we reflect or think about the story. This is when you can also do an activity together. Thank. And finally, we say thank you. It's that easy. Okay, so today's story comes from the book of Psalms. And what do you think? Is the book of Psalms in the Old Testament or in the New Testament? If you said the Old Testament, you are correct.
Yeah!
And do you remember what the word psalm means? Yes, it means song. So the book of Psalms is a book of the Bible that's full of songs and poems that people sang and read to worship God and to let God know how they were feeling. Now, some of the Psalms are sad and they talk about people crying. Some talk about people being mad and angry about things that are happening in their lives. Some are Psalms about giving thanks and being happy for what you have. Some tell stories, some tell histories from long ago, but today's psalm is all about praise and worship. Praise and worship. Does that sound like a good thing or a bad thing? Yes, it's a good thing. Psalm 8 tells us all about God and the amazing things that God made. The mountains and the oceans, the forests and the fields, the birds and the fish and the animals, the plants and the rocks, the stars and the planets and the whole universe. Oh, and don't forget about us. God made you and me too. Wow, God is really good at making stuff, huh? Well, there's one more important part to the story, because today's a special holiday, isn't it? Do you know what holiday it is? Yes, it's Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is all about love, isn't it? Well, God's story is all about love too, because everything that God creates, God loves. So God loves the mountains and the oceans, the forests and the fields, the birds and the fish and the animals, the plants and the rocks, the stars and the planets and the whole universe. Oh, and don't forget about us. God loves us too. Okay, a few things you might want to talk to your household huddles about. If you were like God and you could create a brand new animal, what would it look like? What color would you paint the flowers? And of all the things that God created, what is your favorite? Great job, everyone. Okay, I want to to challenge you this week to create something. Maybe you have some Play-Doh or some Legos or some blocks at home. Or maybe you can create something in a picture with markers or crayons or paint. Or maybe you can even help your parents create something in the kitchen. But whatever you create, make sure you have fun with it. Well, my friends, we always end our household huddle with a thank you. And this week, I'd like to thank God for the amazing world that we live in. Thank you to all of you for joining us today. I hope you enjoy your household huddles this week. And remember, household huddle can happen anytime and anywhere, so just be creative. But no matter where you are or what you're doing, remember that you are amazing. And don't ever forget that God loves you just the way you are. And so do I.